Y'all want to get ready with me for work and
Yes.
hear about my worst date ever?
Let's hear it.
Okay, so I'm gonna use this filter because I got a nasty ass fucking pimple, and if anybody knows how to get rid of them, please let me know. I don't get
Toothpaste.
pimples. I don't even know what to put on my face. Okay, let's get into it. So, if anybody knows me, they know I'm a workaholic. All I do is fucking work. Okay, so I don't really have time to like look for people or whatever the case may be. I don't really meet anybody, so I use a lot of apps. Okay, so I met this girl on POF, and she seemed pretty cool.
I had to think. I said, wait. I had to think about if I dated this person. Like, oh my goodness, that's kind of bad. It's like, ooh, you dated a lot of women. It's like, okay, all right. But I don't think I have. She looked like she my type. She my type. That's why I had to think. I was like, oh, have I dated her? Is this about me? But no, any date with me, it's a great date. There you go. Somebody pop that bubble. Okay, back to it.
Or whatever, and she also works for HUD. Cool. I like it. Anybody who uses like POF know that 1 out of fucking every like 500 people are fucking weirdos. Okay? Just fucking weird.
Let's put it out there.
Whatever. Anyway, so we talked on POF for like a day or so. She asked for my number. I gave her my number, whatever. And I was texting her and was like, oh, have you ever been to the Hard Rock? Hard Rock is pretty big. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. And she's like, no, I've been dying to get there. Oh, I'm sorry. She did move from another state. So, hold on. So, yeah, she hasn't been to like none of the shit in Florida that people like usually go to, whatever. So I was like, let's get in the Hard Rock. You're gonna have a good time. We're gonna eat, we're gonna drink, whatever. She said, cool. So then like she ended up saying, what's your favorite restaurant in there? I'm like, Espresso. It's an Italian restaurant. I love it. We should go there. Cool.
Yes.
All right. She texts me back and just like, okay, cool. I'm gonna make us a reservation. I was like, yes, bitch, you know what you're doing. Okay, I like it. So Wednesday comes, and which is like my day off away from the bar. Wednesday comes, and we meet up there. We were both late, so I didn't feel bad. She walked in front of me. I walked behind her. Usually, I like to be on time. I think it's disrespectful to be late on a first date, but that's just me. But whatever. That's besides the point. So let's move on. So I see her at the table. I give her a hug. Hey, she walks to go put out my table. I'm like, no, don't worry about it. I will see. Let's just get the ordering because I need a drink. I get so nervous. Like, on dates and shit. Me at the bar, no problem. Me going out on dates is weird for me. Okay. Okay, so waitress comes, we get our drink order in, and we just, have a little conversation. I find out it's her birthday. My God, I don't know her that well. So she's like, oh, today's my birthday. I was like, oh, dinner's on me, it's no problem. I didn't want the first date to be a espresso because it's like going to fucking Ruth's Chris in the Italian way. But anyways, so whatever. We're having like small talk, right? And I'm going to be late. Well, we having like small talk or whatever. And it's fine. But why the fuck does she pull out a picture of her goddamn...
What? Cliffhanger. And I don't think I have a part 2. I'm so mad about that. What did she pull out a picture of? Let me make sure I don't have a part 2.
Lesbian?
I don't have a part 2. Oh, bruh. Well, anyway, go follow her, go to her TikTok and see the rest of that story. I'm a little upset that I didn't get a part 2. What? How did I not get a part 2? That's crazy. Anyway, let's just talk about it. The fact that she didn't say it was her birthday is a little weird to me. That would be like, wait, what? We're on our first date and you didn't think to say, hey, it's my birthday. Like that's a little weird. It was like, is that a way for you to get me to pay? Like, look, I'm paranoid, low key. I ain't been dated in a while, but I've been going. People have tried everything in the book with me, and I'll just be like, And the fact that she made the reservation, we love that. We love big people. We love big moves, big power moves. I love me somebody who's a boss. I love me a boss. And I'm mad that she was like, I don't like when people late. And she like, oh, I'm about to be late. That is so me. I honestly don't mind when people are late because if you know me, I'm automatically gonna be late. I don't mean to. It just happens. I don't understand. I be trying. Y'all seen that video of me? I was trying not to be late and I was still late. How? So I understand that. But yeah, go ahead and follow her to see part 2. I'm a little upset about that. We'll get over it. Keisha be official. Okay.
Lesbian speed dating last night was definitely a unique experience.
That's a thing?
So they sat us in this long, big table. Everyone sits down around it, and you have 6 minutes to talk to each date. And after 6-minute increments, you move to the next person to the right. So you just keep moving seats to the right until you go all the way around. So I don't date a lot. I actually barely ever date. So to me, it was just overwhelming. Like, you're meeting so many different women and so many different people, getting to know them, asking them questions, they're asking you questions. I'm also really private and reserved, so I don't really feel comfortable also sharing my private life, like what I do as a career, because I want people to like me for me, not for what I do for work. Speed dating is definitely for those people that like to do the numbers game. So the people that like to go on multiple dates, this allows you to go on multiple dates with a lot of people all at the same time. For me, I rather go on one date every 3 months or 6 months than 20 dates per month. Like, I just don't really date at all.
The latter.
So like, you're really exchanging a lot of energy with a lot of people. And when you get to the middle of the table, you have so many couples to the right and so many couples to the left that you could barely hear the date. Another thing that I didn't like was, like, you smelled people's breaths. Like, I don't like that. And it's like the end of the day, it's 7 p.m. Like, everyone's getting out of work. Like, not everyone can go home to brush their teeth. So you really smelled people's breaths because you're so close in proximity. I really thought the experience was super cute. I mean, you get to meet people that you would never think you'd ever meet. It's so many different types of people all in one table, super quickly, speed dating quickly, and it's really, really fun. You have 6 minutes to talk to each person. You get to know so many different people's lives. It's really cute too, because like, you get to meet people that you've never met before, people that you generally would never even talk to, and you really get to know them. And so people's life stories were so beautiful and so cool. Like, their hobbies were cool, their jobs were cool. It was a really neat experience. This definitely solidified that I want to be single and I'm not ready to date. But I did meet really nice girls. So after the speed dating, a bunch of us got in one of the girls' cars and we all sausaged in the car. Like, I was sitting on someone's lap. We're all sitting on laps. We're all smushed in the car. And we all went to Henrietta's, which is a lesbian bar in New York City, which is really, really fun. I felt like I was in college again. I bought all the girls shots, green tea shots. We danced the night away. And we just had so much fun. I even bought the DJ a shot. It was so cute. And like, everyone just had a blast. Like, these are girls that I never knew before, never met, would have never met because we don't have the same industry or we don't have like similarities in like our hobbies. So it was like really cute that I met all these different diverse girls. We all went out dancing, partied, and it was just a good vibe all around. I would suggest speed dating to people that just moved into new cities. You want to get to know people, like-minded people, especially people that are your sexual orientation. So it's like really cute to meet people and get to know new friends. But definitely did not meet anyone that I would be interested in romantically, but everyone was just so sweet and so nice, and it was really cool just getting to know new people. Would I ever speed date again? No, unless I was like 50 and single, but definitely not anytime soon. I have a lot of social anxiety and especially anxiety meeting strangers and new people. So I'm really, really proud of myself that I did this. Like, I really pat myself on the back. I give it my all. I dressed to impress. I asked girls questions. I complimented them. I really did my best in this dating situation, but unfortunately I just didn't find love or like a spark of romance that I would have with anyone. But let me tell you, I met such fun friends, amazing people, just really sweet, kind-hearted people, and I'm really proud of myself for getting out of my comfort zone.
Proud of you too. So okay, first of all, where was she at? Was she in the backseat of an Uber or a Lyft? Like, making this video, I would have been like, the fact that I understand where she come from with the social anxiety, I would have felt uncomfortable making that video in the back of somebody's Uber or Lyft. I'd be like, I'm gonna just wait until I get home by myself. But anyway, I can see where she's coming from when she says she has social anxiety, because it might not seem like it. But I literally had to put on a person, like, not even like I have to be someone else. Like, this is a person inside of me, but it's like I had to put on that person to go out and be in public. It's weird. It's like I have to get my mind right to go out and be in public and be around people and socialize. My family, my mom and my grandma put me out there, like, would send me out there like, hey, go make friends. Don't come back until you make a friend. And it was just like, so I was kind of forced into it, and I became this type of person who would just be like, let me swallow this anxiety and just go and do it. So I completely understand what she's saying about that. Speed dating would be cute. Like if they had speed dating in North Carolina for us lesbians, for pansexuals, for that would be for gays. That would be lit. I would love to go to a speed dating with gays and lesbians. Oh, that would be great. That would be everything. I would find me a gay boyfriend. Like that would be so great. Well, that was cute. I thought that was about to be like the worst date, but I guess it was kind of bad because it was just like, oh, she wouldn't see herself going on a second date. So, okay.
So, Buddy Boy just went on his first date in a few months. So, buckle up, because this is a good one. Oh my God, it was horrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. First of all, I got myself a little bit dolled up. I am wearing a chain. A chain!
Okay.
What this motherfucker was wearing? A pair of green Crocs with like a nasty baggy ass ripped sweater. And no, it was not a style choice. It was not. And no, I'm not shaming anyone. Like, if you're gonna go out on a date and offer to pay for the bill, at least make it look like you can pay for the goddamn bill. Anyways, sorry for raising my voice. Literally.
You're forgiven.
He was a nice guy. I should give him a bit more credit. He was sweet and simple. However, one thing is, I think I'm slightly humorous. This gentleman found me not humorous in
That's the worst.
any way, shape, or form. It was not laughing. Things were going right above his head. I was making comments about work, my life, friends, family, and just nothing. Then at some point, he asked me what my favorite animal was. So I was like, I don't know, a raccoon. And he's like, why a raccoon? And so then I was like, why do I have to advocate for my fucking favorite animal? His was a giraffe. And? Like, what the fuck? So, I'm a little disappointed because, it's not like we were constantly talking for several days or several weeks. It was like for like 2 weeks, like on, off. Oh, it's like dark right here. It was like on, off, which is like what I'd prefer, like little tidbits of getting to know someone. But this was not, you can barely see me, so I'm sorry. But this was not it, you guys. I am so, fuck men, dress better. And yeah, he offered to pay for the bill. I just told him to split it 50-50 because I knew I was never going to see this guy again. And I would have felt guilty. So yeah, that's it. Good night.
Okay, so I've been hearing this a lot where when people go on dates, first dates with people, and they be like, oh, okay, well, I know I'm not going to go on another date with him or her. I'm just going to split the bill. I don't do that. I am definitely a sparkle bitch. Like, the fact that you took me out of it, I had to get out of my house. You paying for my time. You are definitely paying for this food. Like, what are we doing? You asked me out on a date. It'll be different if I asked you on a date. Of course I'm going to pay for it. But if you ask me out on a date, and even if I know it's not going to be a second date, I don't feel like I have to pay. The fact that there's not going to be a second date should be the reason why I don't have to pay. Because you did wasting my time. You wasted my time. Like, what are we doing? Like, I tried it out against my will because I didn't really want to get out the house. But the fact that I got out the house, I'm doing you a favor, honestly. And I know that might sound bad, but it's the truth, honey. Like, get it together. Know your worth, boo. Know your worth.
Alright guys, so Valentine's Day is coming up and I want to share with y'all my Valentine's Day horror story.
Wait, pause a second. Is he eating rice with chopsticks? Like, you a boss, honey. Yes, come in. Because how in the world?
Alright y'all, so my friend is low-key psychic. She's always told me that she's had these gifts, she's psychic and all this stuff, whatever. You don't really think much of it. And I remember one day she called me and she was like, yo, Vaughn, like, I had a dream about you last night. If anybody asks you out on Valentine's Day, like, don't go. I had a dream that you were in a car accident. Oh, no. I was like, whatever. I don't really think much of it. But also, at the time, I wasn't really seeing anybody. So I was like, no one's going to ask me out for Valentine's Day. Lo and fucking behold, listen to this. So this was years ago. So I was working in the mall at the time. And this guy comes in, cute dude, white dude, super tall, like, dripped out, like, could dress, all this stuff. And I'm selling shoes at the time. So sell him these shoes, we're like talking and stuff like that, and he's like asking me out, and I was like, nah, like I gotta work and stuff like that, I gotta hit these sales, blah blah blah.
Take that bite.
He's like, how much more sales you gotta make? So I tell him or whatever. So he's like, all right, so if I let you hit your sales goal, then you have to go on a date with me.
Ooh, zaddy.
So he ends up buying me a pair of shoes, and I'm like, all right, this guy's serious about it. Buys me a pair of shoes. We pick a date that we're gonna hang out. We hang out, and it was really cool. It was cute actually. We like went and got food, then we went to the park. We walked around, like walked on the train tracks. Like it was cute. Shared a little kiss and stuff. So I was feeling. But I had to go back to school. I was just visiting. I was just visiting home, so I had to go back to school. When I went back to school, we still talked a little bit, but kind of fell out of touch. And then I had come home for like the weekend or something like that. He had asked me out on a date, and it just so happened to be Valentine's Day. So I was like, all right, bet. Takes me on this date. We go on a date, get food, everything, and we plan to go back to his place because, you know, we're just like feeling each other. Date was going well. We start driving back to his place, and I'm a few drinks in at this point. We're in his neighborhood, and he's like telling me like, okay, we're gonna watch like Resident Evil. I'm a big Resident Evil fan, like blah blah. And I'm like, cool, because we're not really gonna watch the movie. I don't really give a shit what he's saying. But anyway, I noticed like as we're like going down this street, the car starts going in reverse, and I'm like, why is the car reversing? Like, aren't we going to the house? And he just starts driving a different way. And then I'm like, okay, I don't know where we're going. Maybe he needs to go another way. Maybe this way is blocked. I don't really know. And then I noticed we're leaving the neighborhood. And then I noticed there's a car following us. He's driving kind of fast, and this car is not letting up on us. And I'm like, yo, what? This date turns into a high-speed chase.
What the what is what the what? Is there a part 2?
Fast, and this car is not letting up on us. And I'm like, yo, what? This date turns into a high-speed chase. So we're being followed, but we're being chased down. So we're speeding up. We're going fast down, you know, these back roads and stuff. We end up getting stopped at a light. Like, we're stopping at the light, and this car pulls up on the driver's side. We just call him Perry. Pulls up on Perry's side, and he was like, oh, really, Perry? This is like this dude in the other car. Oh, really, Perry? That's what we doing now? You out here, you ignoring my phone calls because you out here with somebody else? Like, blah, blah. Like, cussing this guy out. And I'm just sitting there like, I thought he was single, first of all. But either way, like, this is ridiculous. The light turns green.
Wait, it says, turns out it wasn't his girl. I said girlfriend. Turns out it wasn't his boyfriend. It was some guy that's been obsessed with him for years. That's what they all say. But was that the truth? Was that the truth? Okay.
Perry floors it. We are speeding. I'm like, you got precious cargo in the car. We about to die. Meanwhile, this other car is trying to run us off the road. It's me sitting here, Perry's in the driver's seat, and then in the other car, there should be an empty seat where there's the passenger side, and then the driver. The driver has left the wheel altogether and is leaned out of the passenger's window, screaming at Perry as we're being chased down. I'm like, he don't give a fuck about his life. I know he damn sure don't give a fuck about our lives. And he's trying to run us off the road. So I'm just sitting there like, yo, what is going on? Like, luckily I have my seatbelt on. I'm about to get fucked up.
A
seatbelt. He ends up like getting on the other side, and now he's on the side where I am.
Oh, heck no.
Like,
I would have been in the back seat.
You really out here with somebody else? You really gonna be with this MF? Like, like screaming at me. And so what do I do in that moment? I don't know if it's because I'm psychotic or I really didn't have the will to live, or if just because I'm a bitch. I don't know. But I looked this man dead in his face, and I just start laughing at him because that seemed like the right
Oh, you wildin'!
And this sets him off, and he's trying to ram into our car as I'm taunting him, I guess, because I'm just like, I don't have time for this. As he's trying to end our lives, we end up like speeding up and like pulling into a police station, and the guy like speeds off, keeps going or whatever. So obviously we have to we have to tell the police what's going on. I really don't have time for this. I just want to go home, but my fucking phone is dead, so I can't leave. Also, I don't have anyone to call. I can't tell my mom, like, because I was just home visiting. I can't have her come pick me up because she's going to be like, what were you doing? I wasn't out at the time, so I can't tell her I'm out on a date. Ugh, it's crazy. So then, you know, we talk to the police, file the report, and they go start trying to find the guy and stuff, but we're free to go. And he's like, look, I'm so sorry about this. Like, I know that you know, you don't deserve any of this stuff. I know you probably just want to go home. Like, can we still go back to my house, or should I take you home? And I'm like, it is so late at this point that I'm like, I can't even go home because I have nothing to explain. So I go back to his house, and we go and we watch this stupid ass movie. And of course we did other things, but that's neither here nor there. But so that was my Valentine's story date.
Bruh, that was wild. The fact that he's gonna laugh at this crazy already proved that they're crazy person's face. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? They crazy. They already showed you that they don't have no problem with dying. I would have literally been like, yo, slam on these fucking brakes and rolled out the car. I probably would, if he wasn't going that fast, I would roll out the car. I would exit stage right, honey. Because what are we doing? You ain't playing with my life. It's the first day. Like, people is crazy out here, bro. People are crazy obsessed. And people be like, oh, why you don't share your location, this and that? Why we got meet it? Like, no, because people are crazy. I've had somebody who's been obsessed with me and knew where I worked. Like, no, I've had some obsessed crazy girls. Obsessed crazy guys too. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. No, boo-boo. And that right there just showed you why you shouldn't be dating out here. But don't give up the faith, I guess. I guess.